Hey, what up, guys? This video back here with another video. I'm gonna share my manga pick and comic picks as usual, and talk about little stuff. So, without further ado, you know the routine. Let me get into it. So, for this week, I got a big bunch, a big massive stack. So what do I want to start with first? I guess we'll get the big one out of the way first. The last one I really want to talk about. We got The Dark Knight, The Master Race, Book 7. It continues as we see Superman and Batman team up, and some other shocking developments happen. And it's curious to see, like, oh, that's where Green Lantern's been the whole time, and some other interesting stuff happened. Development, definitely check out if you're just a big Frank Miller fan. Definitely check out if you're a Batman fan or just a Dark Knight fan, or even a Superman fan, like I am, which I'll get around it in a second. Definitely check out. So the next one we got is and these I'm all getting back investments into, like, because I'm getting back into reading them. That is the Rick and Morty issue 21. It's, as there's different timelines and different stuff. I don't want to spoil too much, but it's every interesting story arc that they do, and I'm back into Rick and Morty, into the comic series. Definitely get back into it. I know that season 3 is supposed to be done. They finished the animation and everything, so whenever season 3 comes out, till then, the comics are pretty good. Definitely check out this story arc if you're into Jerry. That's all I can say. Then we got a miniseries, the first issue of it. It's been a box I haven't picked up for a while. That's the Misfits from Gem and Hologram. It's like Misfits solo series. It takes like just down and focus on them. It's just a focus on them. Yeah, so definitely interesting to see how that's gonna take on and evolve. If you're just a fan of the Misfits, pick it up. Even if you're just a fan of Gem and Holograms, definitely check it out. That's issue number 1. Then we got Future Quest issue 8, continues the story with Space Ghost and a couple other people. There's a kind of shocking plot twist between the villains. All what happens, Birdman's doing, and just see more to come. As if you're a fan of just the Hanna-Barbera superheroes, definitely continue reading Future Quest. Then another one I'm trying to get back invested into is Suicide Squad. This is the first prequel to Justice League versus Suicide Squad, which obviously did it back in the 80s, if we talked about. Even as a visor for the Blu-ray, but this continues the story arc wrapping up, which was really kind of cool how they had it wrapped up and everything. Prior to the events, to me, weren't as interesting, but this really concluded it, really wrapped up, and I'm curious to see what they're gonna do with Suicide Squad versus Justice League, or Justice League versus Suicide Squad, because I'm curious to read that and see what's gonna be about it. So definitely pick up and check out. And these last 3 comics, I'm gonna fire them off real quick. We got Harley Quinn issue 9 and issue 10. That's right. And back in Harley Quinn, I really like this Batman. It's not really a Batman cover, but it's Christmas with Batman, even though Batman has nothing to do with it. And there's one scene that's like, the writer, what her name is, Amanda Connor. She likes to do a lot of like relations with Harley, and it's really cool. This one relation she has with Poison Ivy, and the ending, which leads like, oh, some big stuff is gonna happen, or make it just be all a bunch of bullshit like as usual. But definitely back into Harley, back into Rick and Morty, and back into Suicide Squad. So last one, comic picks before I get my manga pick, is a beef I really want to rant with, and that is Harley Quinn's Little Black Bag. Let's see what it is. Now, I've read a lot of Amanda Cornes and Jim Lee Paludi's, I'm saying his name right, issues, but I know obviously this is a parody of the Muhammad Ali vs. Superman fight, says Harley, but reading this, I feel like they're disgracing Superman a lot, and they're shitting on him, and these people really don't know who Superman is, or like, Superman would never say stuff or act the way he does in this comic, and I found this to be utter trash. This issue, it's just really like, you think like, okay, because all her like book adventures have been great. The one with Wonder Woman theme made sense. It was cool. The one with Green Lantern thing, it was cool. It'd be cool to see how she does. It was cool when I think with Power Girl, and cool to see how she does with Aquaman or even Supergirl. But this one just felt really flat, yeah, and it didn't make sense. And like that's not how Superman is. And like I feel like they were making Superman a joke, and it was just the fact that they're parodying something. It just wasn't funny or clever. Like if I had to rate this, it'd get no stars. A 1 star, maybe even out of 5 or 10. It's just complete trash. Definitely pass on this. I hated this issue. If you just hate Superman, maybe this is for you. But it seems like whoever wrote this that knew nothing about Superman, and they were just utter trash. But with that rant, real quick. My last manga pick, which I got, is because I was gonna pick up this new one, is Horley Corpse Rising. It deals with witches, and I gotta say, for this guy, I wasn't a big fan of his story like Ninja Girls, because the art was kind of like but his art came a long way, and the story, this story seems a little more intriguing to me. Maybe it's because it's more fantasy stuff. I do like ninjas, like I like Naruto and Ninja Nonsense and a couple other mangas of ninjas, but this is definitely pretty cool. I look forward to reading the series. I know in America that first year was gonna come out. Volume 2 was not coming out till like later, April or March. But definitely was cool. I look forward to reading it. Don't want to say too much, but definitely check it out if you're into edgy fantasy and witches. Very cool fantasy read of manga. Right. But with the Silverman Mark, that's pretty much it, guys. I just want to get a Superman out there. This video sign off. Till next time, guys. You guys take care. Go on to peace.